Hello students, welcome to class 11 biology. We will continue with the fourth chapter in biozoology. Today we are going to learn about the nervous system and excretory system of earthworm, cockroach and frog. Please listen carefully, have your book beside and take your classwork and take notes while you listen to the class. Nervous system of earthworm. Nervous system mainly concerned with the sensory function and also conduction of impulses within the body. So here we are going to learn about nervous system of earthworm. To start with, bilobed. Okay, so lobed means the structure which is like the sac. Okay, so the globular structure, two lobes. Okay, mass of the nervous tissue called as suprapharyngeal ganglia. So supra means above, pharyngeal above the pharynx, ganglia is a mass of nervous tissue. Follow? Nervous tissue, when they just come together like this to form the ganglia. Okay, so it lies on the dorsal wall of the pharynx in the third segment and it is referred to as the brain. So brain of the earthworm is present in third segment. It is a bilobed mass or the pharyngeal suprapharyngeal ganglia. The ganglion found below the pharynx is called as the subpharyngeal ganglion. Do you follow? Above the pharynx, suprapharyngeal ganglia. Below the pharynx, subpharyngeal ganglia. Okay. So the brain and the subpharyngeal ganglia are connected by the circumpharyngeal connective. So two ganglia are connected by the circumpharyngeal connectives. They run one on each side of the pharynx so that it forms a ring-like structure. It is called as the nerve ring around the anterior region of the alimentary canal. Okay, the double ventral nerve cord runs backwards from subpharyngeal ganglion. Okay, so the double ventral nerve cord, two ventral nerve cords run backwards from subpharyngeal ganglion. The brain along with the other nerve is a ring integrated sensory inputs and command muscular response of the body. So whatever is happening in the with respect to the muscle, it is responding the ventral nerve cord. Okay, so then coming to the receptors. So the earthworm's receptors are stimulated by group of slender columnar cells that are connected with the nerves. So the columnar cells plays major role in the case of the sensory function in earthworm. Photoreceptor, that is the how to see, it is a sense of light. Gustatory is the taste receptor. Olfactory is a smell receptor. Tactile will be the touch receptor. Okay, so here the sense of light is found on the surface of the body. Sense of taste and olfactory receptor are found in the buccal cavity. Tactile receptor, that is sense of touch. Chemoreceptor detect chemical changes. Thermoreceptor that detects the temperature are present in the prostomium and the body wall. Understood? So these are all the receptor organs that is concerned with the nervous system in the case of earthworm. Excretion in the case of earthworm by the help of nephridia. Excretion, what is excretion? It is a process of elimination of metabolic products, metabolic waste products from the body is called as the excretion. In earthworm, excretion is effected by segmentally arranged minute coiled pad tubules called nephridia. So this is the definition for nephridia. Nephridia are segmentally arranged, minute, coiled, paired tubules. They are called as the nephridia. And there are three types of nephridia. They are named based on their position and their sizes. Okay, so you can see here the pharyngeal or tuft nephridia. Tuft means is a group, collection. Okay, present as a paired tufts in 5th to 9th segment. Next, coming to the micronephridia. They are all small nephridia, or it is called as integumentary nephridia. Integumentary is a word concerned with the skin attached to the lining of the body wall. So since it is attached to the body wall, it is named as integumentary nephridia. From 14th segment to the last segment, which open on the body surface. Then coming to the meganephridia or septal nephridia, present as pairs on both the sides of the intersegmental septa of the 19th segment to the last and open into the intestine. The meganephridium has an internal funnel-like structure called as the nephrostome, which is fully ciliated. What is cilia? It is a small hair-like structure. And then the nephrostome is in the preceding segment, next segment, and the rest of the tube is a succeeding segment. The tube consists of three distinct divisions. Okay, which tube? The nephridial tube consists of three distinct segments. They are ciliated and glandular and muscular region. The waste material is collected through the ciliated funnel and pushed into the muscular part of the nephridium by the ciliated region. The glandular part extracts waste from the blood, and finally waste is exit through the nephridiopore. So beside nephridia, special cells on the coelomic walls of the intestine are called as the chlorogogen cells. See, it is very important for 1 mark question. Chlorogogen cells are present in the earthworm and they perform the function of excretion. These chlorogogen cells extract nitrogenous waste from the blood of the intestinal wall into the body cavity, that is to be sent out through the nephridia. So here in earthworm, the excretory function is taken care by nephridia and also the chlorogogen cells. You can see the diagram here of the nephridia, pharyngeal nephridium, then micronephridium and meganephridium. So meganephridium is described to have the three parts, that is ciliated region and then glandular region, then muscular region. Okay, so that is about the excretory system and the nervous system in the case of earthworm. Nervous system in the case of cockroach. Nervous system of cockroach consists of the nerve ring and ganglionated double ventral nerve cord. Subesophageal ganglion. So you know what is ganglion? It is a collection of nervous tissue. Okay, then circumesophageal connective and double ventral nerve cord. These are all the parts of the nervous system. The nerve ring is present around the esophagus in the head capsule and is formed by the supraesophageal ganglia. Supra is above the esophagus. The ganglia is called as the brain. Okay, so they are the brain is mainly sensory and an endocrine center. Okay, subesophageal ganglia is a motor center that controls movement of the mouth parts. Okay, so movement of the mouth parts in cockroach is controlled by subesophageal ganglia. Sub means below esophagus, ganglia, the group of nervous tissue to form the ganglion. Okay, so the movement of the mouth, the legs and wings are controlled by the subesophageal ganglion. Okay, so the mandibula and it lies below the esophagus and is formed of the fusion of paired ganglion of mandibular and maxillary and labial segments of the head. A pair of circumesophageal connectives is present around the esophagus, connecting supraesophageal ganglia and subesophageal ganglia. The double ventral nerve cord is a solid ganglionated and is arise from the subesophageal ganglia and extend up to 7th abdominal segment. As we have learnt in the case of earthworm, here also we are having ganglion connected towards the side. Okay. 3 thoracic ganglia are present, 1 on each thoracic segments, and 6 abdominal ganglion is present. Okay, so that is present in the abdomen. In cockroach, the sensory organs: antennae, compound eye, labrum, maxillary, palp, labial palps, and anal cerci. The receptor of touch is called as thigmoreceptor, is located in the antenna, maxillary palps, and cerci. And here the receptor for smell olfactory is found in the antenna, and taste receptor is present in the palps of maxilla and labium. Thermoreceptors are found on the first 4 tarsal segments on the leg. The receptors chordodontal is found on the anal cerci, which is respond to air or to the earth-borne vibrations. Okay, the photoreceptor of cockroach consists of a pair of compound eye on the dorsal surface of the head, and each eye is formed by 2000 simple eyes called omatida, through which the cockroaches can receive several images of an object. This kind of vision is known as the mosaic vision, with more sensitivity and less resolution. Okay, so there are 2000 eyes omatida to form the compound eye in the case of the earthworm. Please see in this diagram, cerebral ganglia is present in the head region. Then we have the presence of the thoracic ganglia, it is in 3 in number, and we have the 6 abdominal ganglia, so it is present in the abdominal region. Okay, so as we were discussing, they have the sensory organs connected with the ganglia, and they have the circumesophageal connective also. So subesophageal ganglia and supraesophageal ganglia are connected by means of the circumesophageal connective. Excretory system of cockroach. The Malpighian tubules are the main excretory organs of cockroach. They help in eliminating the nitrogenous waste. So the body will form the uric acid as a waste material. So they are described as uricotelic. In addition, fat body, nephrocytes, cuticle, and uricose glands are also excretory in function. Uricose gland for 1 mark. Okay. So then the Malpighian tubules are thin, long, filamentous, yellow colored structures. They are attached to the junctions of the midgut and then the hindgut. These are about 100 to 150 in number. So Malpighian tubules are present in 6 to 9 bundles, and each bundle is lined by the glandular and ciliated cells, and the waste is excreted through the hindgut. The glandular cells of the Malpighian tubule absorb water, salts, nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph. What is hemolymph? The blood of cockroach. And they transfer to the lumen of the tubule. So lumen means the cavity of the tubules. The cells of the tubule reabsorbs water and certain required inorganic salts. By the contraction of the tubules, nitrogenous waste is pushed into the ileum, where more water is reabsorbed. It moves to the rectum. Almost solid uric acid is excreted along with the fecal matter. That is about the excretory system in cockroach. Nervous system in the case of frog. The nervous system is divided into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, then autonomic nervous system. Peripheral nervous system consists of 10 pairs of cranial nerve, 10 pairs of spinal nerve. So you can see it is much advanced compared to the earthworm and cockroach. We have peripheral nervous system consists of 10 pairs of cranial nerves and 10 pairs of spinal nerves. Autonomic nervous system consists of the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. They control involuntary functions of visceral organs. So visceral organs are which are present in the as the digestive system, circulatory system, and what are the systems that is present inside the body is comes under this visceral organs. CNS, central nervous system, consists of the brain, spinal cord, and the brain is situated inside the cranial cavity and it is covered by two meninges. So meninges are the coverings of the brain, that is the membrane. They are called as pia mater and dura mater. The brain is divided into forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Forebrain is the anterior-most and the largest part consisting of a pair of olfactory lobe and a cerebral hemisphere. Okay, so then the diencephalon. The anterior part of the olfactory lobe is narrow and free, but it is fused posteriorly. Okay, so the olfactory lobes are present on the at the tip. You can see here, and they contain the small cavity, and they are called as the olfactory ventricle. So olfactory is always concerned with the smell function. Okay, so the midbrain mesencephalon includes two large oval optic lobes and it has got the cavity called as the optic ventricles. Ventricles is the word always concerned with the cavity. The hindbrain called rhombencephalon consists of the cerebellum. Cerebellum is a narrow, thin transverse band followed by medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata passes out through the foramen magnum. So what is foramen magnum? It is a continuation of the brain. Okay, so which comes through the opening. You can see foramen magnum. See, head is there. Okay, and the body. So the brain will have the connection with the spinal cord. So from the brain the spinal cord has to extend. Here there should be some opening through which it can descend down. This opening only is called as the foramen magnum. Do you follow? It is the opening between the head and then the spinal cord to move downwards. Okay, so then which is enclosed in the vertebral column. As you know, the spinal cord is getting enclosed by the vertebral column. Okay. Excretory system of a frog, elimination of nitrogenous waste and salt and water balance are performed by well developed excretory system. It consists of pair of kidneys, ureter, urinary bladder and cloaca. Kidneys are dark red in color, long, flat organ. It is situated on both the sides of the vertebral column. Okay. The kidney are mesonephric type. Several nephrons are found in each kidney. Each kidney, the nephrons are being present. They separate nitrogenous waste from the blood and excrete urea. So frogs are called as the ureotelic organisms. A pair of ureters emerges from the kidney. Okay, so then we have, and it opens into the cloaca. A thin walled and paired urinary bladder is present ventral to the rectum and it opens into the cloaca. You can see it with the diagram now. See here, whichever you are seeing the red color structure is the kidney. It continues with the ureter and urinary bladder, then to the cloaca.